Hello, welcome to the Wildcat Insider, your source for stories from grades 7th, 8th, and 9th.
As the leaves begin to change, 7th grade science students had a chance to conduct a color extracting experiment. Alex Metz and Logan Ramage have the story.
We had the students bring in leaves from various places around their house or outside of the school, and to show them why the leaves change color, we did what's called chromatography, where you actually blend up the leaves and then separate the colors out. So one of the reasons that leaves change in the fall is that there are those colors, those yellows and those oranges there year-round, but you don't see them because there's so much of the green color, the chlorophyll. So when that green color chlorophyll is stopping produced in the fall, then we see those other colors, the yellows, the oranges, and the reds that we all like to see. So a pretty simple lab, but it just separates the colors out and lets the kids see that there are various colors of green itself. There's light green, dark green, different types of chlorophyll, as well as those helper pigments, those accessory colors.
We use chromatography to separate the leaves' colors.
My favorite part was probably blending the leaves together and getting to see what all the chlorophyll looked together.
Throughout the year, students in foreign language classes have opportunities to participate in culture experiences. Brandon Cunliffe, Derek Sipe, and Luke Nickel had a chance to visit the German Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest was first celebrated because of a wedding that took place on October 12, 1810 between King Ludwig I and Princess Therese von Sachsen-Hildburghausen. When they got married, they invited everybody to the after celebration, and everyone thought it was so great. It lasted 5 days that they decided to do it again the next year, and it just became a tradition after that. We also offered folk dancing. I did folk dancing for 3 years in Pittsburgh with the Alpenschulplattlers, so I was teaching some folk dancing. We also learned about the history and what actually goes on in the present day Oktoberfest celebrations.
The JDRF Type 1 to Type None walk took place on September 29th. Numerous students and staff members participated in this community event. Here are Matt Starrett and Matt Macy with the details.
Great. Turnout was great. I don't know how many people were there at the entire walk, but it was pretty crowded. It was a beautiful day, and there were about 18 of us on the German Club walk team, including Mr. Ferrero. I got involved with the JDRF walk because I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in December 2015 as an adult, and it was brought to my attention by students who had friends who were type 1 diabetics, and my students signed me up for the walk without my permission in order to encourage me to meet others like myself. Students can create a team of their own and begin fundraising starting in January if they want to. It's always held the last weekend in September. Or they can support one of the 9 type 1 diabetics who are in 7th or 9th grade here at the school, or everyone's welcome to join me at any point in time because I'll be walking every year.
Over 650 students attended the homecoming dance this year. Luke Hamity, Spencer Mills, and Ben Hamity created this montage of freshmen in their finest.
While many dance moves were on display at the dance, Chucky Fillmore and Spencer Bowman asked students to share some of their best Fortnite dance moves in our next segment.
As the weather begins to cool, fall fashion is making an appearance. Bailey Watson and Alyssa Harden showcase some of this season's trends.
chance to ask girls where they buy their outfits, what they're looking for when picking it out, and which season do they like to dress for best. American Eagle.
I buy my clothes at Dick's Sporting Goods.
I like to shop at Hollister.
I like dressing for fall the best because I like wearing long sleeves and sweatshirts.
I like dressing for summer.
Whenever I'm looking for my outfits, I look for ripped jeans and sweaters.
When I'm picking out my outfits, I look for my favorite colors and the most trendy styles.
From cozy sweaters to pumpkin spice lattes, the fall season brings many enjoyable experiences. We asked students and staff about their favorite pumpkin-flavored treat in today's Cat Chat.
Our favorite pumpkin treat is
pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin seeds that are microwave.
Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin seeds.
Our favorite pumpkin treat is pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin cookies.
Our favorite treat is
pumpkin
spice latte.
Pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks.
Halloween is just around the corner and there are exciting events taking place at the junior high. We will be back after this commercial break.
Would you like to win a prize for your Halloween costume? Come October 25th at the junior high cafeteria from 6 to 8 p.m. for the Halloween Fall Dance. Tickets can be bought in the junior high cafeteria for $5 or at the door for $6. Tickets will be sold from the 22nd to the 25th of October. Prizes will be handed out for the scariest costume, the funniest costume, and the most creative costume. There will be food and drinks available for purchase during the dance. Come to the dance October 25th for a fun time. Hope to see you there!
Do you want a chance to win a decorated pumpkin? Purchase your tickets in front of the office during your lunch, October 22nd through 26th. All proceeds benefit the art collection in the junior high. Tickets are 50 cents for one or $1 for three. Good luck to all who vote.
To get into the Halloween spirit, Bella Dupree and Brennan Campbell asked students a few Would You Rather questions.
I'd rather be invisible.
I'd rather be able to fly for a day.
I would be invisible for a day.
I would be invisible for a day.
We would rather fly.
I would rather sleep in a haunted house.
I'd rather sleep in an abandoned house.
I would rather sleep in a graveyard.
I'd rather sleep in a spooky abandoned house.
I'd rather sleep in a graveyard.
Next week, the junior high is celebrating Red Ribbon Week. Martina Chiffre has some important details to share.
With the change in schedules this year and the addition of Wildcat Time and Lunch and Learn, students are presented with many opportunities to achieve academic success. Marco Mangaluzzo and Will Casey spoke with Mr. Hips, Mr. Kralik, and Mrs. Albright and shared some advice on how to make the most of this time.
We had the chance to talk to Mr. Hips and Mr. Kralik about how to utilize your Lunch and Learn and Wildcat Time.
Remember that Wildcat Time see it as a very positive resource. Recognize that it's not a bad thing if you need to go to a teacher or a certain room to get help, reinforce certain ideas that teachers are teaching. So overall, definitely view it as a positive thing. Think about areas that you need to work on and improve and get the help that you need during that time.
Lunch and Learn is a terrific opportunity for students where they have 65 minutes, but they have to determine how they're going to use this time. I would encourage all students to set goals and to make a priority list.
In sports news, the field hockey team supported their coach while receiving a special honor. Here are Harley Cochran and Olivia Christopher with the inside scoop.
The field hockey team surprised their coach at his inauguration into the St. Vincent Hall of Fame. The girls made signs and dressed in their uniforms to show support for their coach. We had a chance to speak to some of the team members to share their experiences.
Beatles has impacted our life by showing us how to play field hockey.
It's great to coach with someone that has wonderful, bubbly personality and still gets the high school female athlete.
I have never met a coach who has cared so much about the team and has never cared if we lost or we won. He was always there to support us.
Coaching's impacted my daily life because it forces me to be better with time management, trying to figure out what we're going to do for practices, either like after practice the night before or while I'm at work.
Coach Jeff Jordan has impacted many athletes' lives through coaching.
The cross-country teams worked really hard this season. Connor Flew and Noah Pittman share some highlights from the teams.
The junior high cross-country team had another successful season this year. The boys finished second overall at the WADA Championships, which is their best finish in several years. The boys only had one loss the entire season against Indiana. On the girls' side, they finished in fourth place as a team at the WADA Championships. The girls had 2 losses for the entire season.
I like to be able to watch the athletes, the runners come in and improve as the season goes on. I also like that there's not a lot of question as to who's better. At the end of the race, you're finishing first, and there's no room for wondering if I'm better or not. I always enjoy our overnight trip. We have a lot of fun typically when we do that, get a chance to go away and stay overnight someplace, see some different teams than we're used to, and to have a chance to race on some different courses. This year we went to Gettysburg, and we were able to get there early enough in the day on Friday that we did a battlefield tour. And of course, I love history and really enjoyed getting a chance to see the grounds in the battle where Gettysburg was the grounds on which the Gettysburg battle was fought, and that was pretty cool.
With the NFL, NHL, and NBA seasons now underway and the MLB season wrapping up, Morgan Riley and Megan Frederick asked students about their favorite sports teams.
Latrobe football team. The Lakers. Latrobe soccer team.
I like the Boston Red Sox.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Latrobe football team.
My favorite sports team is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Our favorite sports team is the Latrobe hockey team.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Wildcat Insider. We will see you next week.